Everybody, welcome to Claro Beauty with your host Claudia Lara. Thank you very much for tuning in. So today is an exciting and scary video because I'm going to be attempting to do Marilyn Monroe makeup. Now, I know already it's not going to be great, but I do know some of the tricks that are used to create her famous look. So I'm going to attempt it. So if you are interested in that, please keep on watching. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so, and please ring the bell in the right hand corner so you know when I upload new videos. Okay, so here I am, bare skin. First things first, what do I have on my face as skincare? Today big time Mila Morsi toner. You see I use it every day and every night, every time I wash my face. I'll link it down below. And today I put a little bit of Sisley Rose Oil Face Oil. I'm not very big on oils, but I received this as part of a package. And so I wanted to try it. I already see it made a little red, but not bad at all. So I'm gonna keep trying it. Then I apply this Sisley Black Rose Skin Infusion Cream. Now, I usually apply serum every day, and you know it's a Mila Morsi. However, I didn't know if combining the Mila Morsi with this cream would be a good idea or not, so I just applied this. Now, I've heard that this by itself is good enough, so that's what I did. And then I applied a little bit of Shiseido Benefits. This is an eye cream. Now, I have spoken before about this. I have family members that swear by this and they apply it no matter what before applying makeup, and it makes a big difference. Why? Because it's very moisturizing, and it has a little bit of lightening effect, and that's the reason I used it today. A little bit of the lighting effect, and of course moisturizing. Perhaps you can see a little bit of highlighting or a little bit of something there. So I like that when I'm going to apply more makeup than usual, and I really recommend it. As far as the long run, does it really take away wrinkles or things of that nature? I'm not sure. However, to apply makeup and feel moisture is amazing. All right. So first things first, I'm going to apply, and I could have done this before, but I wanted you to see from scratch. And this is the Charlotte Tilbury corrector. And if you've been with me, you know I love this thing. It is hit pan, so I do use it quite a bit. Sometimes you do have to warm it up. Lately, since I'm that deep, it hasn't been the case. So what I do is, you see that? It immediately covers the purple in a very creamy, soft, comfortable, and I also do it for my red. And then you would never know, even up and close, that I am wearing anything on my skin. So I wouldn't even say it's makeup, other than of course it covers. And I do see how my skin is getting a little red, probably from the face oil. So excuse that. I'm still trying to learn or find an oil that will work for my skin. But I want you to see the difference between this side already and this side, in the red and in the purple. So definitely love this stuff. And I do apply it anywhere where I see red. I know peachy is for the purple under your eyes. And I'm going to apply it in here as well. But to me, this corrector really helps me just neutralize or cover whatever I want to cover. I don't know how well it will cover blemishes or wrinkles or things like that. But since it's peachy, I don't know if it will neutralize it or make it more red. But all the red spots, it is covered. All right, so moving along, I'll do the other side. All right, so we're done both sides with that. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to apply a little bit of the Bobbi Brown Illuminating Moisture Balm, because what I've seen with this Marilyn Monroe look is always very It was very moisturizer, very plump. I mean, of course, she was in her 30s, but it was always like this area, very light up. And so I'm gonna apply that a little bit. I use this sometimes as a primer or under illuminator. And so I'm just gonna apply it around my eyes and up here. And this will go under the foundation. It usually just brings more light to my face, in person and in camera. Now, of course, you know my style is more in the natural than in the very made out. So I'm sure my Marilyn Monroe today will be more in the natural. So the next thing, which foundation would I wear? The foundation we're gonna use today is gonna be Surat 3.5. Why this? Because it's my favorite foundation and because it has the lightest color. It makes me a little more white, and I think Marilyn Monroe was less yellow than me, and so I'm just attempting to go there. So I'm gonna apply this and I will be right back. So I apply the foundation on half of my face, this half, and not on this yet. So just so you know that it just brings a natural, a little lighter, but neutralizing and making my whole skin on the same sort of color. So I will finish up and I will be right back. All right. I am back, and now I have foundation on both sides. So let's conceal a little bit and then we'll clean up after. So I'm gonna be using my Kosas, white Kosas. It doesn't cover enough, but I already put the corrector, so we will see. But it does illuminate quite a bit, and I like that. So we're gonna be using this for now. Now, I am applying it inside and very high because I'm going to be using this Pat McGrath brush, which is one of my favorites for concealing. Although I have some new ones that I want to try, so we'll see if it's still my favorite. But for now, I love this brush because it's kind of my finger. So my most important thing here is up here. Why up here? Because Marilyn Monroe had kind of a very small space here, but a very wide up. I don't know if it's because she did something, you know, to create that, or, you know, there's so many tricks. But she did have a lot of real estate from here to the bottom of the eyebrow. A lot more, I believe, than what I have. And so or it was just done all with tricks, right? I don't know. All right, so I applied it on both sides, and you know, I don't know why I didn't think of this. I should have applied the Pat McGrath Concealer because it is one of my favorites, and it really covers. But since I didn't think about it, we're just gonna apply the powder that is usually used with the concealer because it's a great powder as well. Lightly. Am I using another Pat McGrath? Yeah, another Pat McGrath brush. All right, I guess it's good enough. I'm gonna apply it above as well. And again, I am really trying to make this real estate a lot bigger. Next, what we're going to do is eyebrows. I think that is part or huge part of the whole look that she does. Because I have very light eyebrows, the first thing I'm going to use is this Chanel number 30. And I'll link it down below because I can't read it anymore. It's light natural. This is very natural, yet it's still hinting a little more blonde. So I am gonna start feeling a little bit of my eyebrow because I have so little. And this is what I'm gonna do because her eyebrow does go all the way, you know, the rule that goes like this. Mine goes a little in, and I like it like that, because if not, these two get too close for my taste. So, but hers does go align with the nose. So I'm gonna bring it in a little bit here. However, I'm just gonna make it very light. And then of course feeling, now her eyebrow goes from here and then very like that. That would be nice. Just like this. I don't have it like that, but I will just at least attempt to bring this as high as possible. Now her eyebrow does come up and down. It doesn't go out. So just lightly, but if you notice, I am whiting, make that whiter, and just move up here to make that arc. You see that? Yeah, you can definitely see a difference there. So I am bringing it in a little bit again, and then just in the bottom, bringing a little more hairs, and then kind of crossing above. I'm not going in here. It's crossing above, and then kind of above my eyebrow, and to create that. And then fill up. This is the fill up is above my eyebrow. You see that? Oh yeah, immediately created that upper real estate. We're good, we're good. I'm gonna add a little bit of brown pencil now, but let me do the other eye. So I am back. Yes, this one became a little more clownsy because I made it thicker, but that's okay, because what I wanted to do is just bring this color all over, which is a little blonder, and then I'm gonna bring a more brunette to really emphasize certain parts of the eyebrow. But I'm gonna leave that little later. Now I know that it did open up and kind of making that arch. Okay, so I got this Roen eyebrow pencil, very thin and creamy. I really like this. Oh, we're gonna attempt this. If not, I have other options. So let's see first. So what I really want to do is just emphasize a little bit down here, because she doesn't really cover up here. It's a little bit down here, and then she starts here, it starts emphasizing, but not here. So right here, we're gonna start emphasizing and going up to that little arc, and then bring it down a little bit. So here, and she does emphasize this cross here from bottom to up. And if you've seen my eyebrow tutorial, I make sure this is very important. I usually cross it all the way over here, but in her case, she really brings the top of the eyebrow. Because she's like, oh, right? We'll see what comes of this. Oh my goodness gracious. For some reason, this eyebrow is looking a lot more thicker. Probably because of my own shape, but that's okay. We're cleaning it up. I just want to see, I mean, my goodness gracious, I still have the eye and all that, and I'm scared of it. So let's continue. All right, the next thing I'm gonna do, and again, I should have a picture of Marilyn in front of me so I can remember, but this is out of sort of memory. I want to try this. So I'm going to use, oh, not this one, a bronzer. Let's start giving shape. And so I'm going to use Terra for now because it's the most natural neutral. So I'm going to use this Natasha Denona thin. It's not necessarily the brush I wanted to use, but at least it's small. I want to see what happens. So I'm going to use this here. Now, I do know something. Marilyn Monroe had this area broader here. This was open up. And so, and I will do my hair a little different, but I don't have the real estate that she had here, even though she bronzed it. And so this is going to be interesting. So the first thing is she kind of brings the contour here, not down here like I usually do it. She kind of brings it here. This is too orange, I think, for what I wanted to do, but that's okay. All right, so I did that. Now I'm going to use this Sonya G bronzer brush to do the whole outside of my face. And again, I'm thinking my real star is all the way up here. And I know it's not, but I'm applying it like if it was, because I'm trying to think of her face. And what she would do, which will be a little back here. Oh. All right. So let me do the other side and I will be right back. All right. Now, and you know what? I'm going to use a little bit of a headband. Okay, I put a headband on. Let's see if that helps. So we're going to do now, let's see, what should I use? This one. What is this? This is Sigma. I'm just trying to locate a smaller that I can guide it. So we're going to try a little bit on my eyes because, you know, look at this. Let's see a little bit of the difference first. My eyes are very big here, very wide here. Hers were more almond, like that. And so we're going to work with what I have. And there's two things that I see her makeup does. First of all, she does bring the brown all the way in. Something I don't regularly do. The other thing is I usually do here on the crease, right? But I'm gonna do it higher because when you open it, you can't see it if I will put it lower. And so what I wanna do is emphasize, so when you do, you see it. So I'm really going up. And again, I don't have enough real estate like she does. She's very wide out here, but we're gonna do our best. But the most important is this in here, because she really, really covers in there. You see that? This is already bringing, like, it makes that part even look even bigger. And for her, she had a lot. All right, I'm going to do the other side. Right, I am back. I did both sides, just that. So we're giving a little bit of shape. I will take thin brush and I'm gonna use a little bit on the bottom. All over the bottom. And you'll see why in a minute. She did create a kind of a shade underneath both of her bottom, bottom eyelashes, and also creating kind of a shade of the higher, which is gonna be even below it. However, again, I'm just trying to shade, kind of guide me. All right. And so now we're gonna do the eyelining. So I'm gonna try the black liner from GXVE Gwen Stefani. It's very black. Let's see, I'm just trying to make a little line. I will be right back. So I am just lining here, getting close to my eye, and this is very creamy, by the way. Now this is the challenge because I know my hooded eyes. Usually I don't like to do a liner all the way down to the where both bottom and higher meet. If you've been with me, you know I always go in and then go up. However, in all the Marilyn Monroe pictures, it always comes down and then up a little bit. And so I was debating if I should do that because my eye comes down. You see that? Unless I'm like this, right? So in this case, and I'm trying to do this with my hand, I'm gonna do it with the brush because she really kind of creates a little bit of the stain there. So I'm trying to go all the way down and then up and then see what happens. So I'll be right back. Okay, now I'm going to use the brush, very thin brush, because what she does, and I'm going to use it like this. Oh, it has some hair. Okay. What she does is she does bring it all the way inward, but kind of inside. So we're going to do this. And then she crosses over to the top. And then she brings down here. She does line that. Of course, she has almond eyes, so it's like this. So you kind of see the line that starts there and then the line that goes there. In my case, it looks a little weird because I have wider eyes, but that's okay. We're gonna attempt it, right? So again, just on the first quarter. And over here, take a little bit of a Q-tip and be careful right in the center. All right, so I know it looks messy. Hold on with me. This is just sort of a guiding for me. So now I have many choices here. And again, is GXVE Gwen Stefani. Why this one's? Because it has so many neutrals. And really, I can use any of these neutrals. So I thought it would be perfect for it. So let's see what I'm going to use. I think I'm going to use this one a little bit. I just want to keep guiding that kind of eyelining. And before I start smudging, I'm gonna use this white. Do I have a whiter? No, that's the white. Okay, it's white enough, you'll see. So we're gonna apply a little bit. Also above. Also inner. Apply the other side. All right, so on the other eye, I'm gonna attempt using this dark brown first, and we'll see which ones ends up looking the best. It's just a guidance. Yeah, that is a great guidance. I'm using the darkest of the brown. All right, so you see this one is just with the eyeshadow. This is with the liner. So I'm gonna equalize them both and I will be right back. All right, so I clean up a little bit on the bottom here because I was not liking how that was looking. And I did add a little more color bottom here. It's kind of like a double line, like I mentioned earlier, like the shadow. So I'm going to continue working on that and I will be right back. I'm taking a different brush, clean, and I'm just going to smoosh, 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 smoosh. All right, so using, again, this palette, which is Simple Kind of Life, I'm going to take the most kind of bronze color and we're going to go to town. Now I'm not lining. Now I'm really actually putting the shadow. And so I'm bringing it down and up. And again, I usually don't bring color in here, but I like it. And if you notice, I'm trying to make this smaller. I'm gonna use Victoria Beckham Instant Brightening. I'm gonna make kind of in the middle here. I'm gonna bring it inside my waterline and I'm gonna brighten up all the inner corner on both eyes. So I'm gonna bring my Dior powder and I'm just gonna apply it lightly all over because I'm looking for that more white and very even skin. And again, if you've been with me, I wanted to look good on camera and out of camera. So, couple of other steps. We are going to bronze a little bit on the nose. That was very important for her. And that, so again with Terra, I'm just gonna line how I know a little bit of what she used to do, which is kind of line up here and then down and then down. So she kind of wanted to just the tip of her nose to be the whitest thing. Now she had a little wider nose than I do, and of course we look so different, but trying. And of course the other thing that she was very big on is the highlighter. And so we're gonna do highlighting. And I haven't put the blush yet, but I just wanna see how I'm gonna highlight this quite a bit. Quite a bit. Of course, it's a very natural highlighter I'm using. And only in the top of my cheeks. And of course, anything around the eyes. And I'm gonna use a little bit of this with my finger. Look how beautiful this is. Just to apply it right in the center. All right. And then the blush that I saw she was wearing, it was not pink. It is more like in the kind of this sort of color. I was in between this or a Dior. All right, so I was in between. This is a Dior Cocktail Peach or this one. I'm gonna go with the Dior. So let's see what happens. Now she had fuller, kind of fuller over here like this, without this, right? So that looked a lot nicer than, but we do what we can, right? But I like this color. This is one of my favorite Dior blushes. I don't even know if they sell it anymore. Cocktail Peach 553, but I've had this forever and I really like it. So her blush, usually I go up, but no, her blush was here and even here. Because again, by applying it this low, this whole area was very highlighted. And she did bring a little bit here for some reason. Now again, our faces are very different, right? So perhaps this did not look good on me, but we're trying it. So again, I'm gonna keep highlighting up here and I'm gonna bring a little bit of a cream highlighter because she was, it was mentioned that perhaps, or that she did use some Vaseline under it to give that highlighted look. Oh, I found here the Tom Ford Dual. And perhaps even this blush, she has some pictures which she has a lot of corals. That would have looked great. So kind of she wore it right here and right here. So it's kind of 2/3, almost half of the eye and then here, but she did leave that area without it. However, when you saw her forward, this was highlighter. I don't know if this will do it justice, but I'm even tempted to combine this with the Victoria Beckham highlighter, just because Victoria Beckham, even though it's more champagne, has a little more light reflecting qualities. Although Marilyn Monroe was not as champagne, it was more transparent, kind of in the white. Yay, yay. So I'm gonna apply mascara. Let's see what we're gonna wear. And then we have to go back and finalize the eyebrows and the lips. I will be right back. I'm gonna be using Pat McGrath Fetish. I don't know if I have enough left because this is a sample, but I love this mascara. So we're gonna apply this, and if not, I'll wear something else. I am definitely concentrating on the outside and up. I was debating if I should curl them first, but I am trying to do that just mostly there. She obviously wore fake lashes. I'm not gonna do that. So I'm applying a little bit there, but I really want to emphasize the outside and the outside in the bottom. Very little on the others. I'm going underneath close to the skin, but not all the way out, because again, this is what I want. Now we're gonna do the other side. All right, so I am back. We're getting there, we're getting there. I'm gonna do now a little bit of the eyebrow, and then I'm gonna do my hair, and we'll finalize with the lips. So again, this is a little darker than what we use, and I am going to go in the bottom and then going up, excluding this area, but really filling up a little bit there, little by little. Remember, I'm looking to come up here where I did not have eyebrows to create that arc, and then kind of filling up.
And again here.
All right, I'm gonna do my hair, and I will be back for lips. So I am back, obviously not a Marilyn Monroe hair, but I just wanted to bring it up. Back on the day, they used to use the curler, so it kind of looked like this, but at least it's out of my face. And so we're gonna continue and see what happens. I have a couple of tricks here that might work. So I was thinking, of course, of doing the bold red lips, and of course I still have to do the thing, right? However, I wanted to try first, she wore a lot of the pictures I saw of her had coral. So I wanted to try a little coral instead and see what happens. If not, we can always go to the red. So I have here Sisley Sweet Coral. And I have here Coachella. These are both from Charlotte Tilbury. And I'm not sure which one will be best. Let me swatch them here. They look very, very similar. My goodness gracious. I think I'm gonna try this, which is, read it, it's Coachella Coral, I think. So let's try this. Is it working? She always put a little bit of a lighter color in the middle. I have here something Cindy. Oh no, yeah, this is not lighter. I will be right back. Let's see, this is Beach Perfect. It's a little light. Let's see if it works. And I'm gonna apply a little bit of highlighter right there. we're gonna apply a little bit of the Victoria Beckham with my finger. And we'll be applying, we're gonna apply a little mole kind of around here. And I think for the lips, I need to go a little darker and outside. Let me bring a little darker than this. Okay, I have here Foxy Brown from Charlotte Tilbury. Just trying to really line up outside of the lips. Is it looking a little bit like Marilyn Monroe? Of course, imagine the hair. Let's see, I have here scarves. Would that work for back on the day? Let's see. You know, back in the day, they used to wear the scarves. How did she laugh? Would that work? We can try the red lipsticks too.
I recorded a different video changing the look to a red lipstick. So if you're interested in that, I'll link it down below. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Ring the bell in the right-hand corner so you know when I upload new messages. I hope you enjoyed this with me. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.